Welcome back to Side by Side, please. I'm Shikuquaza. Oh my. Kissing and holding hands on my Side by Side plays. It's more likely than you think. I'm Shikuquaza. And this is more Great Ace Attorney 2. Resolve. In which we resolve Case 2. I can't believe we're only on Case 2. I guess we haven't really been... Our recording sessions for this game are a lot shorter than the first one. No, I'm not sure, actually. I can't remember. Anyway, the victim may not be well off, but he's a normal man and straight up. Oh yeah, I made the joke last time about how this is such a wonderful spot for us to stop, because I'll fucking forget everything about the case. Alright, what do you mean by that? Hold it! Fraudsman? What do you mean by that, madam? It really is a most tiresome problem for the company, most irritating. We can be absolutely certain that a customer is stealing from us, but without hard evidence, we can't even threaten to take action for fear of being sued. I'm sorry, you've lost me a little there. Who are you? I'm the wife of Augustus Allamont, owner of the Allamont Gas Company. Good gracious, Allamont Gas, you say? Gas is the future of energy in this country and around the globe, but proper handling is essential. As I'm sure our employee from the East End branch office would be the first to agree. Absolutely, Lady Quimby, gotta be used properly. Allamont Gas is the best in the world, of course. I think we may have solved the mystery of the bow from earlier, Mr. Naruto. Right, he bowed in deference to his employer's wife, did he? So would I be right in assuming that the reason Mr. Meterman was watching what Mr. Shamspear was up to in his room... I'm afraid there's no end to the lengths the population of the East End will go in order to steal our gas. Toot? So I really have no choice when the company identifies somebody as possible fraudsman, but to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect day and night. We're very thorough in our investigations. So you mean Mr. Shamspear is... I wouldn't come out and say it in public. Actually, no, I can. You can finish that sentence with a grubby little gas thief. He steals my toots. You have noticed...
She's Queen Bee.
She is Queen Bee. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen... Wait, that's backwards. Faith would sound would be with thy words, were I to penetrate the skin. But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angels and song. We may not have evidence yet, but my workers won't stop buzzing around until they find it. And when they do, you'll find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an Allamont gas That's a threat. That's a threat. That's threatening of murder. You're on record, ma'am. He's been stealing the toots. I wonder, juror number 4, if you wouldn't mind adding that information to your statement. My pleasure. Was it the bit about ripping that thief apart you enjoyed? That's still a threat of murder. A little before that part, please. Yes, of course. This could be it. This could shift the balance. Okay. These last 3 are all, like... Hold it! Definitely need to press them. You keep talking about needing to take home some money. What's all this about, sir? Finish last, that's what it's about. What's that? I'm talking about the Derby at Hyde Park, aren't I? It was the Queen's Cup last week, wasn't it? Derby? It was a dead cert, that's the thing. I couldn't lose, so I took my wife's secret savings, like. But then, that hopeless old man went and did the unthinkable. That stupid Finnish lass. They're racing snails, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a day the missus uses her savings for a trip down the pub. So come on, let this business lie now, just give it up. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, that didn't help.
Hold it!
What do you really mean by that, sir?
Oh, well, I'm not one to boast, but I get up at 5 every morning, I do.
At 5? You're a really early riser then, aren't you?
What's that now?
I said you're an early riser.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I like to while away the hours in the evening reading books as well. But about 2 in the morning, I'm usually too tired to go on.
Mood. He sleeps at 2 in the morning and gets up at 5? Oh my, that means he only has 3 hours of sleep each night.
What's that, dear?
Only 3 hours of sleep each night!
That's right. You see, 3 hours of missing time, like I said, it's not much, is it?
This really isn't helping.
Ooh.
Cherries. The key to summation examinations is identifying contradictions, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I don't think I've got anything yet. It's weird that they make the first one. I think this statement against her statement.
Yeah, I think it's the 2-girl limits. Or his and...
Yeah, I'm gonna press everybody though, just to be sure. Well, there are plenty of people in London who seem noble but poor. Couldn't some of them also be liars? I've no doubt about it. Like that shaky client of yours, for example. Absolutely not. Mr. Natsume is no liar. Look, the point is, the only thing that passed the victim's lips that night was that Japanese man's tea. When you take this man's testimony into account as well, truth couldn't be any clearer. Well, that's alarmingly logical. Let me be frank here. That's my name, after all. Frank. I'm a gentleman with a gentleman's values. If it turns out the old Shakespearean shaman is a rotten lie after all, I'll gladly change my decision about the defendant. And I'm sure my fellow gentlemen on the jury would do the same, isn't that right? Well, yes, perhaps, though I don't see it happening.
Oh, what's that? Elderly gent on the end here, you know. You'll have to speak up.
Look, I really don't care about all this nonsense. I just need this trial to be over. How many gentlemen do we actually have on the jury, then? Alright, sir. I may hold you to that. Don't forget what you said. Okay. I think I pit this one against the lady that we just... the queen bee that we just...
Hold it!
But I'm sure there's something else here. Are you saying you believe the man to be trustworthy because he's rather splendid? No, that's not what I said. The point is, the man is the victim here. What reason would he have to lie? And yes, he is rather splendid. So you say, yet again. Meanwhile, the man who stands accused behaves so suspiciously, it's exhausting to look at him. I'm afraid he's not splendid at all. Splendid logic there, ma'am. Thank you so much. Ooh, I like that one. The upside down one on the bed.
Yep.
Okay, stop being racist. None of these things is a reason to find the man guilty. But we're racist here in 18th century Britain. But he is fishy. There's no point dancing around the fact. He's Japanese, he has a mustache, and he stoops. You see, you arrive at the conclusion in just 3 steps. 3 steps, like a waltz, in fact. I think waltz have 4 steps. You know, the more I think about it, the more this trial seems like a dance. You seem to be several steps ahead of yourself, though, and you're on the wrong foot. Shut up! But the victim's version of events is backed up by the big chin man's next to him, isn't it? 1, he saw the Japanese man there. 2, he saw no one else. And 3, he saw the Japanese man there. That's 3. Oh, that's another 3 steps! Right. And prosecution will waltz its way to victory if I let you speak anymore. Okay. I'm gonna save, because I feel like there's too many things that could work against Queen Bee. Okay. Has no reason to lie. I think this is what we're going to get next. I think we get this first, and then we'll have statements changed to show that he did lie, and then we'll pit that against this. So I'm going to try this one. That's incorrect.
Objection.
So I think it is the first one.
We'll see. Yeah. Her statement. Oh, I guess we didn't press it.
Hold it.
That's a bold claim. How can you be so sure? It's really very simple. Noble lady of Cass, I pray thee, hold thy tongue. I beg your pardon? Hath that rank odoured air that doth our darkness illuminate any place at this assembly? Nay, 'tis of sole import here that someone would extinguish the light of mine own life. Shut up. Verily, I ne'er recall stealing thy gas, but pray let the matter rest till anon. Why, you little... Begging your pardon, my lady, but might I suggest you don't say any more at this stage? We need hard evidence first. If I keep secretly watching this bloke, I'll get him in the end. He'll slip up. You think maybe that secret's out of the bag? Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay.
Oops, I'm sorry.
I'll try this one.
Objection.
Good gracious. 2 statements do you prefer, counsel? Juror number 1. What are you yelling about, lad? I presume you've heard juror number 4's statement, made by the wife of the owner of the Alamont gas. Well, yes. The victim, who you claim to be a noble, straight-up man, in fact, turns out to be a common thief. So the good lady says, but there's no evidence, is there? You and I both heard him say as much. It's true, we don't have evidence as such, just yet. But the claims aren't baseless, you know. What? You heard me, seeing as his operation has already been compromised. I would suggest that the court hears testimony from our East End branch and office employee over there. I'll do whatever you say, my lady. Gasman's honor. Toot. Juror number 1, you say you're a man of your word. I lied. If I could show that Mr. Shamspeare was a liar, you assured me that you would reconsider your decision about the defendant's guilt. Yes, I did say that. As a man of honor... Oh, wow, that I didn't even have to show evidence. Well, if I'm perfectly honest, I've heard half of what you've all been saying. So if this means you'll recap a few points, that would shoot me down to the ground. Oh no, I'm not having any part of this. I want this trial over and done with. In that case, I shall change my leading. So, Mr. William Shakespeare, if that is your real name, it's definitely not. We of the jury demand to know exactly what kind of man you really are. We find you innocent of attempted murder, so we can find out if you are guilty of stealing gas. That's 4 jurors. 4 for not guilty. Yes, Mr. Naruto. Victory! That's not victory. That's not what that means. Order! Order! Well, this is quite extraordinary, I must say. That was the stupidest examination summation experience I've ever been a part of. Now only 2 jurors say guilty, whilst 4 say not guilty. I therefore declare this court to be in a state of disaccord, and order the trial to continue. Hooray. This shit again. Fuck that glass. You have spoilt the bouquet, Mr. Shakespeare. I can't hear you, la 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 la. But ladies and gentlemen of the jury now find they are unable to trust you, the victim. I don't see you, la 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 la. But you, gods, will give us some faults to make us men. So God mend me. I do swear. This gasman speaketh that which concerns him most, naught but gas, naught but poop. Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul. Oi, what you say? Do I take, Mr. Shakespeare, that you deny the allegations of gas thievery? Most heartily, my lord, hast thou forgot. I am as a seraph, an angel, noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily, honest of heart. Ah, you flowering mouth, pompous beanpole, just 'cause I've not got the evidence yet. Mr. Shakespeare, shut up. If in fact you are not noble of mind, sweet of nature, or honest of heart, if you are a liar, then your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom. Doodly-doodly-doo. It is my considered opinion that at the present time no other possible culprit of this crime has been identified. All testimony heard by the court thus far heavily implicates the defendant. In short, it would not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule on the case. Oh no. However, that's not how this works. I believe it would be inappropriate for this court not to pursue the point further. I'm tired of this courtroom. I assure you, my lord, that would be a waste of the court's time. The gas in this case are unrelated. Juror number 4. Yes? Stop being so seductive. Didn't you say that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, do you have soft evidence? The opposite of hard evidence? I do,
Strong
in fact.
ground.
We do, don't we? Worker bee? His fucking color choices. Oh, he's also a bee!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you not notice that?
I didn't. No, I just made the connection.
Yeah, the thing give him little wings.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, and his chin it's fat like a bumblebee.
And his backpack sits on his butt and gives him a little bit of a boop.
Little bit of boop. He's got some cake. Oh, yes, my lord, it'll be my pleasure on the element gas main. If I may, my lord. Go ahead, madam. Miss Worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company. Therefore, I should like to take the stand alongside him in a supervisory role, if you wouldn't mind. Wahoo! Yeah, sweet as honey! Oh, yeah! Very well. As an exception, I shall honor your request. This is fucking weird. Yeah! You wait till the boss gives you an earful. Oh, it's gonna sting you, mark my words. They're not even fucking being subtle anymore. On the subject of the illegal consumption of the Allemande Gas Company's fuel. Yes, is that clear, my good man?
Sorry.
Clear as Allemande gas, my lady, which is the clearest in the world. Dude? Do you think the gas has gone to his head, Miss Susato? I think the man is just a very dedicated employee, Mr. Naruto.